Anyway, so we go to season 10. So season 10.
If I were to speak frankly,
season 10. Season 10 MVP is Mose. This is one of the controversial picks for MVP.
Moses. It wasn't controversial, by the way. Moses played very good football that season.
Moses
He
was
top
the
scorer
MVP
from midfield.
Yes.
Top goal scorer, top assists, top goal
Ati
kicks, top
Mugabo
goal-
is on mechanical. Mose ni mechanical. Can't the MVP. It doesn't take away.
I don't get this.
Mose is not a mechanical.
Mose mechanical.
He's a good player.
Mose
He's a bowler.
Mose is one who teaches mechanics how to work.
What
The
does that
professor,
mean?
That's
the
what-
professor
that's
in
a professor.
mechanical engineering.
He's a doctor.
He's a doctor in mechanical engineering. Someone such a person is a mechanic. He doesn't go to the field to do the thing.
But you guys,
He's a
Inshallah.
typical mechanic.
let's respect our MVPs.
Guys, let's respect.
Mose fired a ball at me at KPA.
Mama said that
And I was like,
this
this guy doesn't have relatives.
Mose
Because if you have relatives, you cannot send that ball to your brother. No, I can't agree.
Who has that picture of Mose taking a shot mid-air? Someone has a picture.
Which
Big
game?
shots.
Or like which season? Which game? I'm
It
sure.
was- it was-
Actually,
I can get it.
It
They
was
have
2
it.
seasons ago.
This man mentioned Ndahajiri earlier. I think if you're to use whatever you were using to say that Ndahajiri is the best player or what,
The Mount Rushmore.
Mose is 3 times the player
I
that
would put
Ndahajiri
Mose
is.
Me too.
Yeah.
way beyond
and
that.
the reason you're saying that is because
And anyway, he's a common
you're a younger generation.
You see now you are using the old.
No, even watching.
Right now.
What are we defining as MVP? Are we defining social media presence?
No.
No.
Are we defining?
We're defining
We all
Ntare
watch the football in
Defining
Ntare
Ntare
League
League.
right now.
Do not consider things from 2002.
From Ntare school.
And I'm sticking to that. Most
Because
of you
this would
guys,
mean a kick would be
most
the
of
best
you guys-
goalkeeper.
Exactly.
by the mere
Yet
fact-
right now,
by the mere fact that you're comparing Daje to Akiki, shows how much.
no.
you don't
There's
know.
another Kiki of our Shresh
A
that
kick
you
of
must
our
mean the
the
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper of school team.
Oh, Naraza
But in season 10,
comparing and a fifth
you see,
cousin.
Zimbe.
Fifth cousin normally is.
Zimbe. In-
Guy is Sasa bro.
I said that to him in episode 1.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
first.
younger, but now we have someone else saying
Things will come. They'll
Yes.
be evidence.
Koga he defends well against me. I don't know why.
You see now it's a personal.
Yes.
It's a
Stressed me
personal.
in the last game. I was looking for this one goal. Against Akiki. I'm looking for this goal. Roomfield is becoming dangerous. I'm looking for a goal. Akiki, you move like this, Akiki. Job. You're like, what is happening?
So
season 10,
season
Mose
10
was
Mose.
top scorer, MVP, Golden Glove, top assists.
He was top scorer in season 10
Yes.
with how many?
Yeah, he
goals?
was the top scorer.
around 18.
I don't remember how
I
many,
think
but
he
it
beat
was top
Kagwisaje
scorer.
to it.
and he
Kagwisaje
had
in
MVP as
Abazimu.
well.
Kagwisaje was
No.
in Abazimu.
Season 10, Kagisaje was in. Yeah, he was in Abazi. We had 14 goals.
No, Mose was top scorer as well. That's
Mose
was top
scorer.
Season 10 is
Mose
Ntare
beat
one.
Kagwisaje to it. You see,
Yeah.
it was so funny. Kagwisaje thought he was assured. Final game day, he was 3 goals ahead of Mose. So plays his game, goes to Crocs. He didn't even watch the Machando game. News comes to him, and Mose scores 4 goals in one game.
So he had 15.
So he was 1 goal ahead of him.
that season was unplayable.
I will tell you one thing. If you watched Mose in the Champions League,
Yes, last.
if you watched Mose in the Champions League, you'll always know Mose is the Machando backbone.
Coming off the injury, he came.
Machando
The
backbone.
So he's-
injury, the Achilles
he's,
With
injury.
that injury and
Well, you have
then
to go on rehab
you come
for
back
8
on
months.
pitch and you're playing like that.
At
That's
70 years, you
So
come
he's-
back from
impeccable.
rehab.
is their head mechanics of Machando.
without Mose.
What they
So
mean
another
now
word
is
is
Machando is not.
There's also another
I
one.
just
It was
feel
one.
sorry for Mose. I feel like he's destined to be like me. Oshanga, you'll never win anything.
You need to be on
Yeah. So you'll make your commoner group and you discuss from there. So we move to 11. So in 11 it's Kachomia who takes it.
Kachomia Charles, the greatest defender.
Is
I-
it?
I-
Yeah.
Who's not even a defender.
I will tell you one thing
It's
about
not even-
Kachomia.
One on tour.
Kachomia is one player
Sorry,
who,
watch.
low-key, you will not understand what he does on pitch. But as long as he has the ball, you feel safe.
Everyone around him plays safe.
What
I was
Ndahajire
saying,
Kachomia
as I was saying,
is coming.
Kachomia,
It was Kachomia.
if you played with him,
Yeah,
The centre back of Abashochi.
I always
doesn't
felt-
cut his hair.
I always felt
He doesn't
like
play rough. He doesn't kick anyone. No yellow cards.
I know
Doesn't
Kachomia.
shout at refs.
I was being
Vice captain.
sarcastic.
Thing.
Van Goma. I always felt like it was normal to play against Kachomia, and you can pass by him like any other defender. Until I versed him in the NRL Select last season, and I was on striking. Bro, I didn't smell any ball.
And he will not rough you.
He will not rough you. He doesn't tackle
Just
you.
play ball.
He will
When
play
we are
ball.
playing- we are
And then
playing
you're
ball.
wondering, how does this guy play?
He's that
At a certain point in time, people were like, why isn't Kachomia playing in Super League? He plays better ball than most of these guys around here. And then you will be like, man, may I just come for fun? You come, you play football. Kachomia, even if you make a mistake, he doesn't quarrel with you. You saw Tum beings. People were saying Tum should be almost even MVP. Yet MIP, but
I think we can all agree Kachomia he was a well-deserved MVP.
MVP.
No. We can't go there. We can't go there. We can't go there. Maybe
but
MIP.
all I
Yeah, but
can say
Kachomia
is
is a.
Kachomia, team player. If you want a team player,
Now,
Kachomia
you
is
guys,
the first person you'll always
you
list.
you all played with Kachomia when he was old. I played with Kachomia on the school team.
You don't know brought him school team.
Yes, when I was there, I was playing with him in midfield.
Were you better than him?
Let me tell you, and I can say this, among the players that I've ever played with, even when I was still young, Kachomia was the one midfielder who was 2 times better than me. He came on, he was a young boy. I was older. Because when Abashoch were in S1, we were in S4. I saw this boy play and I was like, this boy is going to chase me off the team.
And S1.
He's going to chase me off the team. He was in Agre House. I remember very well.
You
I know him very well. I played with him.
Fine. Now, fun
Very
fact.
good three
Fun
midfielders,
fact.
young.
I played with Kachomia on
Where?
Mazoro didn't
I
play.
Where
played
did
with
you play with
Kachomia on the Mbara Junior school team. Kachomia and Obi and the Mbara Junior. You guys don't know this. We played together on that school team.
Omutora Kazambara Junior.
Eh? Soon coming Kachomia to ask municipal. Ask those boys that went to municipal in our time. They were not smelling.
So Kachomia is he was one of the MVPs that we cannot put any question marks. So we go to season 12. Season 12 is when now Nshera take it
Ntare
again.
2.
Ntare
Kataka
2.
final.
Who was MVP? Another Mutoro man, Kagezi Noel.
Abatoro bitu bacyari.
Abatoro, all Batoro know football apart from one man, Kandole Adolf. All the Batoro know football apart from him. I don't know what happened to him.
Which team does he play for?
Kabali.
Kisembadov, 8 of R.
You now you want to bring out his passport.
No, I
We know him as
Kandole. I trying to say he knows football.
Adolf.
Just because he got a title, from a man who was high on substance doesn't mean he knows football.
But
Because
he has
you
never
see-
he has never come on a Sunday when he's high.
Kachomia knows
Interesting
ball.
Video from Maggie
Kachomia knows
was
ball.
about him.
Kagezi knows ball. Aaron Ndahura knows ball. These are all
There
Batoro.
is a man in Abashichi called Kaijajero.
Man, don't tell us guys who don't know.
Kakugambira beans.
Hey.
Anyway, there is another Mutoro who has
Serious
little ball.
Who?
Lord Tebas.
Katiwa.
Katiwa
Best
doesn't know.
defender from Toro.
Worst defender I've ever faced.
Best defender from
The
Toro.
man
What's
picked
the
a concussion.
Anyway, so Kagezi,
Kagezi,
another well-deserved
Kagezi,
MVP.
Kagezi, I would say, I don't know whether that man has dog or whatever, lungs of a dog, but that man will chase you wherever you go. You move outside the pitch, he will chase you.
But let me ask something that amuses me about football. Kagezi and Kachomia are both MVPs, right? Kachomia, from school team days, all round midfielder, top quality. Kagezi, midfielder. When they come, Kachomia can modify, become a centre back. Why don't you guys play? You, Omujuma, why don't you play Kagezi?
Kachomia has played centre back longer
Kagezi is-
than Kagezi.
Wow.
So
That guy.
yeah. So we moved to season 13. 13 was MVP.
Mugerwa Brian Paul.
Brian
That
Paul.
one we can well agree here.
MVP becomes MVP.
Yeah, MVP becomes
MVP
MVP.
played a tremendous season that year.
Yeah.
I can.
I think that's the first time I
I
really
think he
got
came-
to watch him
he
play,
came into himself that
because I'd never really taken note of MVP until
even
that
at the
season.
league, I think he needed that to.
I will be honest with you guys. Before that, Mugero Byron Paul, MVP, had MVP seasons before that season. It's just that the people around him, the personnel around him, the club was just coming back on the up.
Exactly my point.
So you're
is
saying the
that-
club was shitty?
I'm trying to use
No, there were better performers. He was having good seasons,
And
but
you know,
he was
the-
not
the season
outstanding.
Do
before
you remember
that,
the season when
The season
he gave
before
this guy,
that-
this guy scored a hat-trick?
But you see these things here. You think it is about this thing of going here, you dodge people, you pass the ball. It is about the shield.
Now that he has
However,
become a
If you
striker,
don't have the
he's
shield,
going
you
to
don't say
We
shit.
don't talk. However, guys, if we are to be honest, that season MVP won the MVP. He could have nearly lost it.
Yeah.
The nominees that season. Season 13, I think, had the strongest nominees
Ever.
for most valuable player. It was MVP, midfield general.
13 seasons.
Steve Ogai-
And then
Lord, man,
we come to season 14. This is the season where we had the most the unexpected MVP that happened.
That's kind
Who
of.
happens to be here with us? So,
I was surprised. This man had never been MVP.
when he was in goal.
Yes.
There's no way you can win when you're in goal. If it was about that, then Olugai would have 3.
Truth be
Yeah.
told, when he was in goal,
and he was
He would
trying-
also-
yeah,
he would
off
also
camera,
have
he was
3
here
of
trying
them.
to tell me, oh, keepers,
Nothing.
no, but
So-
truth be told, give me a season when he was in goal that there was not a player who could rival him, and eventually went and won it.
See, there was. Let me tell you this.
Ato.
It's a bit of an inside story. In our camp.
Sianga, 2 kgs of
No,
Sianga.
it is in our Shrechi. There
Welcome
was
to
this
the
time.
Crystal.
There was this
Very
time.
Crystal.
The trophy won. The shield won at KPA.
Season 11.
AKPA.
KPA. I felt like that season I should have been MVP, and then it didn't happen.
When
MVP was
Kachomia took
MVP
it.
was Kachomia. But that season, I felt like I did the most as a goalkeeper.
How many goals did you concede?
I don't think they could have gone beyond 10. Because that season, I reached the extent of making saves, and people gave me money for making saves that season. I have proof. Peter Shearer himself, he gave me money for like 2 games, I think, for making saves that were unexpected.
At Peter innocent is Okshish.
Yeah, it was a game of Ashrechi versus Abazibu.
Yeah.
There was this
How
this
does
goal
someone
by
come on his
Benzo.
hand?
No. That was
What is that?
the one I can remember so well was this unexpected save, and then Peter gave me money for it. Even when I was still in goal, I put the money in the net there. I'm like, I'm going to pick this later. But
Kono Storm Carbon. Mwana na shara. Na Storm Neto mwana na shara.
senior name Yaga. But anyway, that aside, that season I felt like I should have maybe had it.
MVP.
And the nominations had actually that season were 2 people from Abashwechi. It was me, Kachomia, I don't know the other
Hannington.
one, and Hannington, I think.
Chunchu.
Yeah, Chunchu.
Yeah, he had
And
played
when
some
Kachomia
serious
got
ball.
it, I felt like, okay, maybe this guy actually deserved it more than I did. Because
Kachomia
the
played
impact
ball.
this guy had on the team, much as of course, I think people were now used to the
It
saves.
was his debut season.
It was his debut season, and then
It was his debut season.
yeah, it was Kachomia's debut season.
11.
He never appeared before. Yeah, it was his debut season. And then when he got it, I was like, okay, yes, I've made these saves, but this guy, I feel like he actually deserves it more than I do.
Wasn't my guy Mubiru nominated?
Mubiru, now let me tell you something about
Okay,
Mubiru.
good.
Okay, that aside.
Let us be
No,
serious.
no.
You know, we are time bound. Some things don't need.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I've
We
played
need to
with
be
defenders. I've played with defenders. I've played with very good defenders in that league.
Like who?
Kachomia, Bayon, Mubiru himself. But the only defender that I would always feel like it is safe with him could actually be Mubiru, who we usually call Papa in our Shwechi.
Papa Sidi.
Papa Sidi. You see, Mubiru is not one player who you're going to dribble and then you're going to move out. If he misses the ball,
You want to miss the leg?
But yeah, let me just give Mubiru his props. This is one player who has never been recognized. He has never got an appearance on the team of the season, probably.
Because
But-
he has not deserved.
No. I'm telling you, these are
There are
facts.
always better players.
Mubiru, at times, he deserves to be up there. Like at KPA, the game he played, on those, let me say the finals alone, just the finals alone, against Telishunchu.
You see, you guys, we cannot come here and then you bash actual footballers.
Like Ntare.
And then you start telling us that Mubiru's game does not revolve around Kachomia being very good. There's no way you can say that
There's no
Tumu
one- there's no
became
one in the Avashochi
MVP
dynasty.
Someone been is
behind there. Let me tell you,
No.
I have watched from outside.
Kachomia
From
chance.
outside, we have watched Abashochi play when they were on top, and the star players they had. They had a good goalkeeper. They had a good defender in Kachomia, who was also entering midi. They had a good midfielder in Kahima back then before he went off, and they used to have good strikers. They had Pema, then they later on had Aaron Ndahura.
The goat.
You see, that was the core. These other guys on the side, they were all additional.
Why has
Mubiru
been nominated for MVP?
shall come there. So, Aine, tell us, last season, what prompted you to
May I
join
have a
striking?
question also? Can I add a
What
question?
prompted you to
I
join
add a
striking?
question.
Why didn't you stay a goalkeeper?
It's the same thing I'm asking.
I
Why
wanted
didn't you ask it like that?
I wanted to become a striker. I'd been trying to become a striker ever since the season before last season. So there comes this opportunity. I was playing with some team. You know Katumba Salim. You could probably know him.
Muku
Katumba
Guild
Salim.
man.
Makere Guild League.
Yeah, the chairman, Makere Guild League. We used to have a team. It's called Sportnet. Now, I used to play as a striker that side. So this one time, we are playing against this team, and then I think we are like 2-1 down, and then we are going for the second half, and then Katumba gives me this opportunity. He's like, you know what? Go and try. So I get to I think I scored like a hat-trick, I think, that game. And then Katumba is like, do you know you can actually become a striker? Not just this goalkeeper thing that you're used to. So I started playing as a striker, and then we're having these trainings as a Bashrechi. And I'm like, let me keep playing striking, not goalkeeping, because tough, these the tough pitches around Kampala, you can only use the small goals. So there was no goalkeeper. So I'm like, let me now try striking. So Katumba gave me that opportunity, and he's like, you can actually become a good striker. And then the season before last season, I tried to become a striker, and then they're like, but who's going to become our goalkeeper? I'm like, Derek Andrew.
Yes.
They're like,
Andrew.
Beans.
and then these guys are like, but that guy is in the history.
They were
We want the future. So they were like, Derek Andrew cannot play as a goalkeeper anymore. They're like, we need a goalkeeper. I looked around the league for a goalkeeper. I couldn't find any. They put me back into the goals.
Where was my G Akiki?
Akiki. The story for Akiki is for another day.
Bia is also a goalkeeper. Not
Yeah,
a goalkeeper.
goalkeeper. Yeah, he used to be a goalkeeper.
Be focused on family planning.
Or not using family planning?
One of the two, but not both. But anyway, so we go into the other season, and then we play. It was quite a hard season. We made these many signings, and then we felt like we were the sheikhs of the league. I think it didn't go as well as we expected. But when this season came in, I was like, you know what? Whatever it takes, I no longer want to be a goalkeeper, because I was having these injuries around my wrists, and then I felt like I couldn't be a goalkeeper anymore.
I thought those bandages were paused.
Exactly why I put on the bandages when I was
not
playing. People always no people always asked why does Aine
He
put
was
on
trying to be a
bandages.
Benzema.
Yeah, people always asked why does Aine always put on those bandages when he's playing. But my wrists got messed up when I was a goalkeeper in the previous seasons.
Because of the shots that we used to give
Yeah, not you, other
Kachamwit.
people.
Well,
Other people. And then I felt like I couldn't take it anymore. And then I had these many injuries, and then I'm like, you know what? Let me try striking. So when it came to striking, they were like, if the management of Abashwechi were like, if you are to become a striker, you have to provide a keeper, a goalkeeper for the team. So under my own what would I call it?
Blood money.
Ukaronda katheni.
Your own blood money.
Okay,
Yeah, you
other
can
people
put
would
it
call
that
it
way.
blood money, but I'd call it my own capability. I got a goalkeeper,
Shake, pick shots.
Blessing, who I consider I will consider him the best goalkeeper in the league.
Stole him from
You people,
Machando.
let's be serious.
We played him in a
your
select
turn
game.
will come. Your turn will come. But Katogo tingine keeper hunam.
Sunday is better than Blessing.
Sunday is better than Blessing.
Yes.
Sunday is better than
Sunday is
Blessing.
better than Blessing.
He just doesn't have a Kachomia in front of him.
Kurununji is better than Blessing.
And
Let me tell you.
we're talking about goalkeepers and you're bringing Nkuru Nunji.
Anyway, we all know who the
How
best
many
goalkeeper in
finals
the
are-
league is.
Let's let the MVP talk. So
We all know who the best goalkeeper in the league
touch,
is.
Touch. You don't have a shield. You're the best you can touch. The closest to a shield is this. Touch. You see, these are things
Anyway,
we tell you
tell us,
about,
tell
and then
us.
you're wondering how do they happen.
So you get Blessing?
When Blessing came into that team, I got this chance that I'm going to play striking. So it so happened the first game I was not around, and Munge got the time of his life. 1-0. The first game, Abashwechi lose to Munge. I think I came around 4 p.m. I was from working the hustle, and then we had lost one, and then I'm like, I'm going to play the next game. I got a chance to play the next game, and then things were in sync. I scored the first game, scored the second game, scored the third game, and then things were starting to work out, and then I'm like, I can actually do this. Yeah. And then the coach started to, the coach is trusting you in this position, and then
Who is your coach? Who is your coach?
Derek Andrew, and then I think everything aside,
Did you guys face this season when you guys played against each other?
I gave them a hat-trick.
This guy.
I gave them a hat-trick.
But Kajogo is
I
big.
had a chance to force
Kajogo is
Fox.
beans.
We are not beans. We are G-nuts at the bare minimum.
Hard.
I shot to
I think the G-nuts with a little bit of.
How did you make
They fried it with the meat and then they took it.
some meat
out.
inside there.
Was
This man scored the hat-trick.
hat trick.
Yes,
But,
I was there. I watched painstakingly and painfully those.
As a goalkeeper was scoring
But
a
the
hat trick
highlights
against you.
is This guy, and we have Robocop. Robocop, no one passes through his number.
Robocop ni Fox.
You watching out? So we have Robocop. No one passes there. Usually everyone tries to dribble him, but it's really hard to dribble Robocop. You can't go by Foxe. Either naza kufaulinga or something, or he'll. So I think Foxe thought the ball was on the ground. Before he turns around, the ball is in the back of the net. What is going on? Ref, my foot!
You see that?
This man is running away celebrating.
You see that was one of my best goals. Of course, definitely my best goal was against Kabali.
Wanji?
This one was special.
Wanji?
Why was this particular goal special?
This hat-trick against Kajogo, I think it was kind of funny.
You scored Kajogo 3 goals.
Yeah, it was. I think it was my first hat-trick ever.
Whatever, no respect.
No respect.
So you keep scoring.
No.
You wait and
But
no regard for
even
his
you,
elders.
within yourself, I think there's a certain part of you that couldn't believe that you were actually scoring
And
those goals.
the things were happening last season. I will always have them as my best part
Before
of my
that,
footballing
had
career.
you ever scored a hat-trick?
Never.
Never.
From where?
So I
You as
scored
a
a hat-trick
goalkeeper.
before you.
Eh? But
Mangano they are born shape.
but you're still a commoner.
Always.
You're a
3
commoner.
goals.
Do you have a shield?
Two
Do you have a
goals were
shield?
back heel.
Do you,
Come on, make
no, do you have a shield?
2 were back heel.
The best you have is a chess competition.
And he doesn't
and
participate.
here I think we are talking about football. So I think you cannot relate.
The man has the right to say everything he wants. He's an MVP.
So we move, and then
So,
the best goal of the season,
Yours.
Kabali.
Yeah, he was silly.
Your
See,
best
that
goal.
was. Do you know what happened when I scored that goal? Soki cried. Soki of Kabali. There was a guy. Is it Johnny Mary or Damso?
Abasa John Mary.
Abasa Johnny Mary was like, Ayine let them win, but he's not going to score. No sooner had he, just like Fit said. Alinda Drake was caught in the mix. He's facing Mujo, commonly known as Deng, with Lewis and Aine on striking.
Yeah, you see.
Ta 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 ta.
Last season, Deng was more forward.
Deng
Why
Deng ahead
why
because
were
Kim
they
was playing
fielding?
number.
Why were they
My
fielding
brother's
Drake?
here. My brother's here.
Drake against our
I want you guys
How?
to know.
The man,
that-
his
that
brother had paid
Arena
him.
Drake is his elder brother in FC Kabali.
0 ball.
But they're brothers, so he sold the game.
No
He
wait,
sold
no
the
no
game.
no 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 wait.
You're
wait.
saying,
No,
you're saying
Maguma.
a Kabali person sold the game.
No,
But
Bino,
because if you
Bino,
sold
Live.
that goal-
Bino. I want us
Drake-
to agree on this.
Drake-
thing. No, I trying to say Drake is beans.
No, Drake
No.
is not beans. What I'm trying to say is,
I am
in
saying
season
Drake is
7.
beans.
No, wait. Let me hold it. When back to season 7, Drake played the final against Kajogo, and we whooped these guys. Drake is solid at the back.
And no, that actually,
That day, he saw his bro. He saw his bro going for MVP. It's like, Drake.
I
I'll
So-
never forgive him
so
that
Kabali-
day.
I'm trying to say
Kabali
do not
takes
trust
part
the person
in,
who was
match
entrusted
fixing.
with the
Saying that
position of
Drake-
being your coach.
Give
for
him
the
100
entire season.
times. 100 times. Give him that cutback from Lewis. Lewis, an assist on Kabali.
Stop defending one goal that you conceded. Because you conceded
You
so
see,
many
that
goals
goal-
last
that
season.
goal- that goal-
I
that
need
goal-
to
that
continue.
goal- That goal was special.
You guys have
To
0-0
the
finals.
extent that
We have 1-1 with the Vichunchu.
everyone, you
Well,
know,
Our
Soki
5 goals in the
So-
final we had
so-
are more than all the goals
Soki
in all the
right.
finals we've ever played.
Soki dropped a tear.
But we need to pray for no more 0-0.
I don't
Come on, I'm tired of
I don't think I was
Oringo
I don't
and
think I was
Inshallah.
okay with that. My brother
We have 3
Soki
trophies.
crying and then actually dropping a tear. When we are celebrating. Okay, I think I
So,
enjoyed it.
so Aine,
A tap in.
you
He has got so many words to describe
you
it.
had a wonderful season, and you as a player, of course, you've been a goalkeeper before,
Yeah, true.
and right now you identify as a striker, right?
Currently, yeah.
A forward striker, number 9. Earlier on we asked Zimbe. Zimbe's strength is having both feet. He's very good with both
Coming
his
from
feet.
USA.
He
That's
can
my strength
dribble
as
from
well.
deep,
Another
score.
strength.
He has a good shot.
In a passport.
What do you feel is your
What
strength
did I
as a
do?
striker now?
Van Guma in a passport.
Sure, Gene.
I personally feel like my strength is
As a striker,
as a striker.
yeah,
I think my strength is my height.
your height.
Yeah, I feel like
You're like a Peter Crouch.
not specifically because some guys are kind of taller than me. We had an incident with Kajogo. Bran was Foxe, commonly known as Foxe.
Robocop. Robocop.
Robocop was taller than me, but I got
This
that
is
header off
news.
him.
I
But
love this.
the best bit of that gives me my strength was the goal against Jablani. It made me feel like in the air you're kind of better than most of these guys, because most of the guys so I felt like I can always take them on. That's why you see when Wajira last episode when Wajira said Tum was always looking for Aini.
So, how many goals did he score against Casas?
So
Kasas I scored 2.
So you
Ask Aaron.
most of your goals
Yeah,
were
down-
Yeah, I
headers.
felt like
Down-
most of my goals would come from above and they would be headers. And I think I'm more comfortable there because, yes, I scored some beautiful goals against Mujuma. That nice goal there, though I missed the penalty.
You know, there's one thing I feel like what really helped him is that being a goalkeeper, probably he knew exactly what to do now as a striker, because you know what the goalkeeper is going to do, you know where he goes, and as being a former goalkeeper now, as a striker, you knew where to place the ball where the keeper won't get it, something like that. And it must have played to advantage.
I would lie to you and say that yes. But the truth is, I feel like being a striker is more like looking for an opportunity. You will see a person like Cavani, he will always rotate around the box until the ball lands on him. I feel like I would do more of that. Rotate around the box until the ball is where you expect it to be and you get a chance to tap it in. Tap it in or head it in.
Actually,
So you were a tapping merchant.
I actually have something.
I was given shot number 9.
Actually, I have something.
A number 9 is supposed to
given
just put
shot
the
number
ball at
9
the
to
back
Remember
of the
what I
net.
said?
I wasn't told to
Bueno.
whatever to do anything else.
I
I
have
was told
something.
to
I have
score
something I want
goals.
to run by them, if they may. Zimbe and Aine describe each other's set of play. Your former MVPs, but if Zimbe is to describe your play, if you are to describe Zimbe's play, maybe you start. Describe Zimbe's play, his best position, then Zimbe can describe your play.
Zimbe is a complete player. He can score, he can dribble, he can
Even
do a lot
defend.
of things with the ball.
Off the ball.
Off the ball, he can do a lot of things that we well know.
Can
But
he chess?
personally,
Item.
Can he chess? Can he
Yeah, he
chess?
can.
he does chess, he does defend goals.
Zimbe.
So I know you asked me to describe.
Aine Derry, the reigning
And
most
you're
valuable
complaining that
player
for
of the
me,
entire
every
Lions League.
question I answer it with a story, and I'll still answer this one with a story,
It's okay.
because storytelling is the only way of communication
Storo.
that gets everyone along.
As the cool kids say.
So there's a time in the Kajoko camp we were having issues. The defenders were saying the strikers are not striking, and the strikers were saying the defenders are not
Defending.
So we made a social experiment. Let the defenders strike a little bit, and let the strikers defend a little bit. Twakwata Peter, Dr. Peter Nwamanya, twamugeye ko striking. Azarikana I went this.
But how does Peter striking?
Twamutayo for
So Zibo na wakari
after 2
striking.
minutes.
As the
Zibo
back guy
was
midi, so
striking.
he was untouched. Maybe you're not touched.
Zibo is fair play. He's usually neutral somehow. You never know how he doesn't pick a side. But somehow he's neutral. He's the one who's like, Peter ends up in striking. He's the same way you.
Which guys were in
What?
striking? Peter, Foxe.
Peter was the one who was mainly insisting that he wants to strike. So he's the only one we allowed. We're like, okay, you know what? Although we have done this before, but this particular
Against
story we
lesser
ended up
teams,
focusing
maybe.
on Peter. We said, we are like, okay, you know what? You go up. You play striking. Peter goes up front for like 1 second. After 1 minute, Peter is like squatting, holding. It's just like this.
Aksha glucose.
He didn't even ask for what I asked for glucose.
I just remember his facial expression. And actually, as Kajo, we usually do this every once in a while. Conquer this time, we said the person who's complaining the most, you go up front, Peter. Peter goes up front. Peter kazaa choto. Kazaa choto Peter. Ati imwe ni muriyawa lisa. Ati pick shots na wateba goals. Yazai. Give him 1 ball, 2 balls, the 3rd ball. Peter goes on his knees, he starts squatting. And at half time, I think I want to say this verbatim. Peter Kajiramu, bas strikers, free Joe Chifuba. I think that's what he said. Because his chest was burning. So I just want to tell that story just to highlighting the transition that
From back to front.
that this man made. You're transitioning from a highly stationary position where he was trying to say that it's the most difficult part, of which I disagree, but it's the most important part. It's not the most difficult, but it's the most important. In that any mistake you make,
It's a
your
goal.
team loses.
Yeah.
Or it goes 1 goal down. Right? So you're moving from that part of peace and then drama or trauma, for whichever word you want to use. That's why for me I put him on the Mount Rushmore, because yayabagambire taine skill takuma kushara
Nwajira. Aka Mount Rushmore wakakwata.
Akakwata, bro.
yayabagambire takuma kushara kunka he's able to identify where he can best apply himself. And that's all you need.
So his positioning is the greatest strength.
Hatiwe, if you be a sass.
I'm just saying. Just
That's
to sum
all
up whatever
you-
you've said.
Yeah, that's all you need in life. Identify your opportunity and you become an MVP.
So
Even
the season is coming to a close. Here we are. We have a former goalkeeper turned striker. We have strikers who have been there. They've been scoring goals. The Joses. We have a rookie in Romfield who has come up. He has scored 19 goals and is it 11 assists? They are making nominations for MVP. He's not there. There's Aine, Derek, there's Jose, and of course Olugai, who had conceded 6 goals the entire season.
8.
No, 6.
6.
The other 2, one Oringo conceded, and Marvin. So they make the MVP list. You guys, did you feel like that was? First of all, before I come to the MVPs,
Personally, me, I have my sentiments. Most valuable player to a team, most valuable player to a team. I feel that list wouldn't have lost out. First of all, congratulations those guys. Olugai, Jose, season in, season out. Olugai, season in, season out at the back. Jose, back to back, top scorer. He'll always get you 15 goals in Lion League, which is
Easily.
it is a very, very essential tool. But I want to say there were 2 people that missed out on that MVP list, not just one. The whole world thinks it's one. No, take some 8 steps.
Shata kwenda kuunga mbogo.
There are 2 people that missed out on the MVP accolade for me, in my opinion. Number 1, Romfield. Debut season, he scored 20 goals, assist plus 10 goals. In your debut season in Lion League is the hardest league to debut in. He came, I think, actually, it might even be Zimbe first person to come back like on his debut season and do this. To come and set the league on fire. Your first season is normally a bit shaky, then you stabilize into the league. Romfield deserved the nomination.
and the other guy,
The other guy, to this day, I will stand by it. Mukama Emmanuel. To me,
last season,
yes.
Come on, beans.
You guys.
His team was beans.
He
But
was beans
he was
also.
trying to lead. He was trying to lead the back-to-back.
Because he
Kagezi-
had always been saying, Kagezi deserved this. Kagezi deserved this. Now he's mentioning.
Okay, now that you're even take it away.
To me,
Emma is not
Emma is
on
because of
Mount
his team.
Rushmore.
If you're basing off his logic, if you're basing on his logic,
Then
his
again-
logic of a valuable player should be someone, if you're removing from the team, the value is lost from that team.
Yes.
If you're removing from the team, the value is
That's
lost from
what
that team.
MVP is.
That is what a most valuable player is.
Then again, I feel like my argument was right.
That Philemon
Mo-
should have won it over.
No,
but no, they were
Mokama Emmanuel would probably be one of the best players around Ntare.
No,
So-
you're right. You know,
Or even the best.
There's no one here.
Okay,
No.
Nuwaji,
But
take
maybe
us.
let Nwaji.
Anyone you feel that missed out?
Katem.
No.
For me, I think the people that were nominated really deserved it because they played exceptional football, and helped their teams to achieve something. So for me, I'm not in support of someone like Romfield making MVP, because how can you make MVP
When your team has
When
not
your
won
team
anything, has not reached a final.
Your team is in
No, but the
7th
team,
place.
the team
But,
went
but
social
then
media
that,
Then
then
you're
that,
attacking
that
which
would
team?
mean I'm never here in this chair.
The team was 7th place. The times you won MVP, Kajogo was making final. Kajogo was finishing
What
third,
posi-
at
what-
least third.
What position did
Or fourth.
Dabashwich end in? What position?
Washwich
Dabashwich-
was-
You were fourth.
When
What
Champions
fourth?
League. When
Washwich
Champions
were
League.
fourth.
As in-
Jabulani was like 7th.
You
Hey,
can't
there's
put
no-
that
there
argument
were-
against
you
him
see?
that his team
There's
didn't
no way.
compete. So
There's no
they
way you
also
can
competed.
nominate someone in 8th place for MVP. Like, who is your MVP? Like, you cannot be MVP if you're not helping your team to at least 4th place. So for me, I'm not in support of. I don't think Romfield missed out. I think he didn't deserve that nomination. Top scorer, granted, he earned that. So I feel the nominees we got for
Who was in goal on
MVP
that?
Were the ones.
were
That
the ones.
Kashuru guy, who was in
They
goal? That
deserve it.
Kashuru.
No, are you
So,
saying you're trying to blame Kasho for the top scorer one?
No, the Illuminati boys. One day, I think they hadn't paid their subscription
That
to
day
the
it was
Illuminati
Bashakara.
country.
It was Bashakara.
Because that day, I know was top scorer final match day. I take my breakfast, I come to the pitch. I hear Romfield was scored was 7
6
goals.
goals. So actually now, the nominations are done. The voting is done.
You for you
And,
by no, you as you by no. Of those 3 nominees, is there
Personally-
anything you could have added or you changed?
No, I thought
A 4th nominee maybe.
me, if I was to take out anyone from that list of people who were on the MVP, I would replace Jose with Romfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Same.
Jose
product.
had a normal season for himself as a player, because scoring 16 goals for Jose, was it 16 or 15?
16.
16 goals
He can
was
do
actually
it.
a downgrade from the season that he had before. Hmm?
But he took
Plus
his
also the
to
team that
final.
he's in
He took
is-
his team to the
He
final.
he has a team whereby everyone around you is
Scoring 5
a
goals.
superb player, can supply you. He has MVP, he has Philo, he has Disease, he has all these guys around him. Romfield, who did he have? Oscar.
You have Zander.
Yeah, you
He
have
had only
Zander.
Zander, and which Zander was playing deep.
You have Oscar.
Oscar, you people, let's be serious.
Let's
You have my guy.
So Romfield actually
have
didn't have
Prophet.
any supply at all.
you have Esau.
let's have someone.
You have
So-
Esau, you
so-
have Benji.
Romfield actually played so much, and actually he had 12 assists, 21 goals, and
Debut
11,
season.
11 or 12 assists around
Debut
there.
season.
Debut season, young man. So I think he deserved to be there. So Romfield, Aine deserved to be there, and Ologai deserved to be there.
To clarify it,
Mm.
Aine deserved the MVP because of growing from a non-entity,
Yeah.
basically someone who started the season on vibes, then scored, I think was a league record 11 games in a row. Then before you know it, he's ascending. He's now talking about greatest NLL seasons ever. Like he ascended from his job was okay. Let me see. Let me play strike this season. Zimba has best described it. The transition is not straightforward, but then he ascends and reaches here. So Aine deserved it. However, Romfield deserved a nomination.
Yeah.
Not
we had
the
to take
most
to-
valuable
The
player.
simplest way to look at it, there are very few goalkeepers. I know you guys are talking about these other people, but I'll come back to the MVP. There are very few goalkeepers that have. You're talking about the Campos. Some of you might not know what I'm talking about, but for such a transition from a highly stationary position to a position that requires you every single time
be on your toes, you're
that
moving.
you get the ball, you're
Movement.
working at 110%. A defender has the luxury of being like, you know what, I can time this and I go 60% or 10% until he gets the ball, and then I chase him and I. Koka as a striker, every single thing that you do, you're giving it 100% of all you've got. And that people usually wonder, why do strikers win? It's because everyone who knows football knows that that's what it is.
It is tight up.
The most important thing
That's-
about football is scoring a goal. Because
Yes.
if you don't score,
and
you
it's the
don't
most
win.
difficult part of the game because it requires you
Yeah.
to be the calmest in the most.
That's why they are paid the most.
I think things Joseph described Aine's season, I think the best way. Jose, of course, we were quizzing him. How can Aine score more goals than you? Ooh. So he said, you see, Aine is what you would call a daredevil. Like, for him as a striker, a ball will come, you'll bring your boot, and he'll still put his head and score that goal. So he said, for me, I'll be scared. If you bring your boot, I'll not put my head. But Aine will bring his head.
So he's a Carlos Tevez.
So I say, Aine, na take a mama and minji mnonga.
But I just sorry to cut you short, but no. Personally, guys, we have built the entire Lions League, all of us, for 10 years, 14 seasons, going into season 15. Personally, I want to tell you guys, me personally, to me, the most valuable player award. It's a very, very, very prestigious award. There will only be, in our lifetime, less than 100 people to hold that award.
I was excited that we moved from key holders and 3K haircuts to a weekend at Barranco.
The next thing as I was going to get to.
Hey!
I was going to ask
I'm
Derek.
actually wondering,
So-
can some of us
The pastor, like Philemon,
Also get this
like
thing.
Philemon.
Lies.
So the nominations are done, and we go to Chigali. They announce the winner, and it's you, Derek. First of all, how did it feel winning it in Chigali, the season? Because all the backlash, the doubters and everything, and finally you have the award in your hand on foreign soil.
This I would actually consider it my most special or my best sporting moment in my life. Of course, I'd been a goalkeeper before. I had gotten a chance to get a few of these medals. You're making it to the team of the season. Of course, you're getting this attention, yeah. But the whole thing of getting from being a goalkeeper and then you're becoming a striker and then you're being the MVP of the season, it was something really special for me. It is my best moment ever in playing football, ever in my life. I would be lying if I would say maybe there was this one save I made in my life and it felt better. Even when we got to win the trophy at many places, at Games Cambridge, at KPA, this was kind of special to me. Even when we are on the bus to Chigali, I always told my team, this is special. It is not the usual thing we always had. So to me, it actually means more. Being MVP of Ntare League means you are being the face of the league. That is something that I feel like we've not had before. Being the face of the league is not something you're going to be like, I play good football and then I'm the face of the league. The face of the league is that you represent the values of the league even beyond football. You get so when it so happened that I actually turned out to become the MVP of the league, man.
Awesome.
You are over the moon.
Over the moon. And then on top of that, in comes the offer to go to Barranco.
Now,
First of all, before you even start,
Who is the madam you took
yeah.
to Barranco?
who do you go with?
you see,
You
Got the madam.
don't be uneasy. Don't be uneasy.
Romfield had no honey.
asking him to run for goals?
Romfield didn't have honeys.
Romford had honey.
Lies.
Romford had a sister.
Hey!
Mzee.
You see,
You got an offer to go to a destination trip, and then
Took
anyway.
his sister.
Mhm.
Most
See,
sadness.
A preview of our next season's finale.
this whole thing of being MVP, before the whole Barranco thing, I will always talk about the fact that being an MVP of Ntare League is not something usual. First of all, it is not about football, because this is a league that is not about football. This is a league that is about networking and get people added up together.
You're still dodging our question.
I'm going to give you every single detail.
Who's the baby
He has
girl
become,
them?
he has become the
Girl
Zimbe.
them.
He's
Yes.
bringing a story.
That is what you want
Now,
to know.
Najiri.
Are we going to
You've asked
cover-
him,
Hey.
who
Are we
is
going
the
to cover
best
it
player?
anytime soon?
He's like, do you remember Lucas Ocampo of 1920 when he played? We have asked you who is the current.
You see,
So who did you go with?
I'm going to give you all that information, but this is a serious part of the league composition and what the league is about. Yeah.
Feed the girl them, who the girl them?
This is for
Where
the
the girl them?
You're not
The man has
satisfying our
become a
ears.
philosopher.
Yes, you want to know.
Yes,
Who's the baby girl?
Coma.
Who's the baby girl?
Who the baby girl them?
To Barranco Homes.
Barranco Homes in Fort Porto.
One thing we're always sure about.
Asking a question and all we are getting is
What was
this award is phenomenal. Ooh, nothing. We don't want to know that.
One thing we're always sure about is that I didn't go with a man.
Yes.
That's why we are saying who is she.
That is why we're asking who is the baby girl.
The who,
Mm.
that one is going to be told maybe sometime.
Mm.
But I'm trying to give you an expression and a meaning, what it means to actually be the meaning, whatever the MVP of Ntare League.
The man has become a politician.
No, for real, give me this chance to actually do this. Give me this chance to actually do
No,
this.
kindly.
Discuss the baby girl.
You actually don't know what it actually means to be the MVP of Ntare League.
Most valuable player.
Personally, before I felt like it was about who plays the best football in the league. But when I got it, I always felt like that there are actually people who are better than me at playing football in the league, much as they actually go to score many goals in the league. But to me, it always feels like it always feels like, what impact can you actually have on the league? What can you add to the league?
What baby girl can you take to Barranco Homes? That's what it means.
The baby girl is there.
Hey!
Now that you've accepted.
Jamaica. Jamaica.
Here's the thing. To me, MVP always felt like, much as of course I always I wanted that thing of being the top scorer of the league, and maybe you could get a chance by mistake, you could break the record, and then you're maybe the top scorer ever in the league. But when it came to the fact that maybe you got that MVP position, I felt like, what different thing can I do that an MVP has not done before?
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be casual. First of all, first of all, this whole thing, the product itself, came because I became MVP. NL Echoes came because I became MVP. I felt like I had to add something to what is already there. Much as we got this opportunity as the league, and then Big Shots came on board, and then we got all these good things, the pictures, the videos. But I felt like it was not enough. I felt like, what can I add to the league that actually gives the league mileage as an MVP? Because having this MVP position, it's not like you're just a person who scores goals. You should be someone who is looked up to.
Like a face of the league.
You're the face of the
Face
league.
of the league beyond
There
the
is
actual
a champ.
scoring.
Yeah, exactly. There's actually a champion of the league. There's a person who has the shield, but actually the face of the league is actually the MVP. Now, owning up to that position it's the hardest thing that you can actually ever do, because Ntare School, Ntare League, they are very, very big brands.
I
Okay.
think it's an easy thing to do.
It's
What
uneasy
you need
or
to do?
uneasy
What
to-
you need to do is look in that camera.
Where Rugavile?
Mention the name of the baby girl you took to Barranco and do this. That's enough.
I'm very keen.
That's all we need.
You see, Nwajira, first of all, don't put the man on pressure. The man may end up becoming like the other footballer from Ghana who had an interview and he said, after being man of the match, I want to thank my wife and my girlfriend.
You could lead me to such a situation.
So
But you've
let
already
the man.
led yourself to that situation.
Absolutely.
I don't know
So
if you
Derek,
see it.
the whole
Absolutely not. Anyway,
The
the
whole-
thing is, I am proud. I am humbled. It is a very, very big honor, and I would say, even not even this whole thing we've started here as NLLA is close to what I actually think that I would want to do for Ntare League.
Okay.
As getting that position as MVP, I feel like I would need to do more. People do not actually understand what it means to actually go to Ntare school or play in Ntare League. It is because we've had MVPs before.
So you're saying we could gain more if we give you MVP next season as well?
I'm saying once I got that MVP position,
You're saying the man is
I'm
campaigning.
willing to do
Man is
whatever.
campaigning.
He's campaigning.
Yes.
What to do whatever it
For next
takes.
season MVP.
I do not want to
he has
become
to score the goals.
even if I do not get MVP once more, I'm just saying that I'm willing to do whatever it takes for people to actually understand the value of what Ntare League
Means
is.
if we give Aine MVP next season, we're going to have live stream for every game at
It could be for free.
Ntare League, free of charge.
That is actually a provision that is in plan for what I could do if it comes to next season. I'm not saying I'm doing it because I became MVP, but I'm saying it because I love the school. You get?
This man values. This man actually values. He knows what it means to have that award.
The one
That
person
award.
I will always
You're
thank
saying
for
you're
this.
saying our boy Zimbe doesn't know.
No, they're going to get to Zimbabwe.
Maguma, Van
You people
Guma.
give me
Van
key
Guma.
order.
One person I will
Give you what?
Van Guma. One person I will always thank for this.
Yeah.
Because much as we all play in Ntare League, and we all have people that actually got us to play in Ntare League, I will always respect and give thanks to my brother, Arinda Drake. Because
Okay,
he is the reason why I actually play in Ntare League.
wonderful.
I came into Ntare League to play for money.
That's brother.
Because I wanted money, maybe because I felt like I'm a good player. I can
kgs
get
of
money
Sianga
from my
For money and some millet flour. Mention it.
So, but Drake showed me that it is actually way
Now,
beyond.
Christos, but
Drake
that's
showed me
that's
that
quality.
it is way beyond that.
That's quality.
So, Ntare League, if you're a young person
That's
and
quality.
you've come from high school, you've joined campus, and then you've come from Ntare school, and you want to play football, not even play football at a professional level. You feel like you want to associate with people you can actually relate to. Man, Ntare League is.
Thank you.
It is
Thank you.
everything. You
The man may become emotional from here, as you can see.
You'll
Because
be
he has
talking
gained a
to a
lot.
person who is a commissioner in the URA,
Now, what's
and then you're having fun with him, and it seems normal.
Yet
You
he's-
think this man is a normal man?
Speaking of which,
He's not
Zimbe.
a normal man.
To cut him short.
Zimbe,
A researcher.
Moderator.
Asingura
You need to
Bennett.
cut this man short now. Sakatera set.
Asingura Bennett,
Yes, sir.
please. We can't thank you enough for being with us today. So before we even leave or close, tell us about yourself, other than the whole entire
The whole
thing.
thing,
Because we know we can't host you here and you leave without
Who is
telling us
Bandit?
about your other side. Do you have someone? Do you
Who is
have
Bandit?
what
Are you single?
your titles?
If we give you,
Yeah,
if we
can-
give you a weekend at Barranco, would you take someone?
would you take someone? And after, would you hire pictures to cover your function?
I would take someone. I don't know about hiring pictures.
So you can tell us about
But
what
they
you
will hire
do and
big shots
everything.
At one point.
Hard.
It's
In
coming
the-
soon. Coming soon, bro.
Very soon.
All right.
So,
MVPs.
For the viewers, I don't know which camera I should focus on. I'm really honored that I'm seated here with these gentlemen. Aine is a very worthy MVP. I know this man doesn't want me to speak philosophically, but Nwajeta all protocol observed. Me personally, number one, as of course I'm here because of football. I love football. I breathe football. I sleep football. But I will not tinda jende munonga ninde by muna year. But as far as intros go, I'm a biochemist. I'm an immunologist. Immunologist. These are either doctors or researchers who study the immune system. Ati aba immunization ni babeta ba medical officer. By the way, kunoza ngumbendume either babenu bakwa banyaga ninga kunyine senti. Those would be the only two options. Either I don't have money or I have money. So I'm an immunologist, I'm a grant writer, and importantly, I'm an investor. I invest in many things, but of recent, I invest in football. I will not invest in that one. Because I want to win. And TY Mujuma, unfortunately, you are the new Kajogo, whether you like it or not.
Beat you 6 goals and you cast us.
Candy.
He cast them on Twitter. You remember?
Hati.
He cast them on Twitter.
that tweet was
That tweet was hard. That tweet was hard.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Barnett Asingura, aka Zimbe. He's a biochemist, researcher, a numerator, investor,
You said the
No, it's immunizer.
immunizer, everything,
Which one did you say?
and marriage.
Vaccine ya polio.
Which one did you say?
And
immunologist.
most importantly,
Immunologist.
a former MVP
Numerator.
and one of the
And
league
not
legends,
only a former MVP, the undisputed MVP.
undisputed MVP.
The
Two
goat.
The
time
number
So-
of times you get the
3-time
MVP.
MVP. 3-time MVP.
Aine, Derek.
And he's handing over the baton to a
Derek.
very worthy MVP.
Derek,
A very, very worthy
minus
MVP.
the football, the entire league, and everything, what else do you do for yourself in,
And
your,
the woman.
in your time?
You didn't tell us
Yes.
about the baby
You can
girl, but
briefly.
you took
The
to
girl,
Barack
them,
Obama.
the big
Because
girl.
you have to live here when people know who you are.
You need to look into that camera.
First of all, I'm definitely Derek Aine. I'm a photographer, specifically, and professionally. I'm a wedding photographer. I focus more on people in love.
Wow.
I
But you're not.
I cover stories. I'm actually in love.
Hey!
That is your story to tell. But
Look into that camera.
And say it.
I'm actually looking into the other camera.
Send that kiss.
To the baby girl then.
Yes.
The Barako.
Anyway, all that aside, I'm the CEO of Big Shots Photography, wedding photography. In Ntare League, I'm the most decorated player. Yeah. In Ntare League, 4 shields, and definitely no one has that. That aside, I focus more on commoners.
And Wakorota.
My intention is to make commoners feel like they are nothing.
You
So
you have some Hitler tendencies.
Kinda, yeah. I would not deny that.
You're a terrorist.
Besides Big Shots Photography, what else would you want to know?
Want
I
to
think
know
that's
you want to know
that's-
about
that's
the baby
really-
girl
that's all, that's
that
all.
you took to Barango Homes.
The baby girl that
No,
went.
no, no. Lastly, by no. Sorry, not lastly, but I just want to ask them. These guys, you won the accolade. Your peers voted you. The entire Lions League community voted you as most valuable player in the different seasons. You became most valuable players. Moving forward, maybe which guys do you think of the young guys you see coming up and what, or even the current generation that is basically the league?
Or even on this set.
Yeah.
Who do you think maybe has some potential to be a future, to sit on this table, or like to come on your WhatsApp group and also most the MVP? Like who do you think?
I think Burnett should look. But should let me go first about that.
Yeah. Who do you think?
There is. Can I have to?
It's okay.
As many as
There are these two players that happen to actually catch my eye, and I actually have so much gratitude for them. The first of them is Gilbert Ntare FC,
The
The
centre back,
defender.
the
their
defender.
club captain with the blue armband,
I do
on an Arrow Park
I
jersey.
do respect
Ten bob shirt, short socks.
100%.
Mm.
Gilbert is a baller.
He's a leader. He's a bowler.
If you do not know that, I'm telling you this again on the cameras. Gilbert is a
Who
baller.
scored them 3 goals? and
Who
they
else?
reported
No,
us.
I
Who
did not
else?
But
score
that's the
against
story
Ntare.
tonight. Us who scored them 3
They
goals.
beat us
And they
2-1.
reported
They beat us 1-0.
1-0.
1-0. Eh? The second
Second
The
person,
other one?
the second person I would give my biggest regards would definitely be Powell of Kasasi FC.
Powell, another bowler.
Powell is a bowler. One player that I've always wanted to play with, but I didn't get a chance to because you cannot move him. And of course, the biggest of all, Blessing of our Shrechi. He deserves that.
Zimbe, your 2 picks
My
for
two
future
picks
MVP.
for the next
Who do you
for the
think
future.
can hold that mantle, that prestigious mantle?
Or since I'm a very old guy.
Ndaje.
Ndahaje Angel.
I'm a fucking
Ndaje
It's about to say Munjereza Richard.
is
Chris.
old. So
Chris can be MVP.
but Chris is actually close to his age.
Wow. Which Chris?
So I'll only look towards at this because I don't take Shaka don't take this personally or these younger kids. I don't know who you guys are.
It's
So,
okay. You're 2-time.
With time I'll know who they are. So I'll only pick from the people that I know. I think there are guys that are unique. MVP is one of them. I think that
He has actually been MVP before.
yeah.
Mm.
And I think he's one of those guys that he's a very nice guy, he's in the right team at Yuma. You have our cast.
I think you can carry it on as an MVP who is a commoner. Just
Like you.
from Mose.
Like you.
Inevitably.
Like you.
Inevitably.
You've given him the right.
I've accepted to
that-
be a commoner and a don in other fields.
Hard.
Hard.
Enumeration.
An enumerator.
An immunizer.
You have to figure out. Yes, and you have to immunize. So I think MVP.
MVP is your pick.
Yeah, if I could pick him 3 times, I would.
I
Then-
don't think.
Okay.
Moderator,
That's all.
I don't think we should invite these guys here again. Because how do you come on set and disrespect the goat? China
Because
Yangamba.
If they ask the AI of WhatsApp,
Let's first
Ikagamba, the goat.
go to attack Gambero. You will attack Gambero. Just start to move your
Anyway, the good thing- The good thing.
Excuse me, just let me clarify this. You are the goat according to AI because you've been mentioned as the goat, but bro, you have 0 football.
No, Uncle bro.
You can also tell him the truth.
He has no truth because the statistics are there.
Anyway,
0 football.
we all know who our Shochi will be signing next season.
Mm.
That is Gilbert and Powell
And Romfield.
and
and
Romfield.
Romfield. You know who Kajogo is going to be
You've
signing
heard it here
next
first.
season. You've heard it here first.
Mugera
We are
Brand
going
Paul.
for Mugera Brand Paul.
Kajogo's going
And,
for MVP.
If I
Kajogo,
could sign MVP every day,
you will get him.
sign him.
Kabali.
Replace
Kabali.
Zero.
You didn't talk about Malguma.
Wonderful.
Moderator. Kabadi wants to sign me.
Kabali wants to take Nwajira.
Yeah.
I would like to invite the entire Ntare fraternity to Mbara. I think it will be around June 3rd. I'll be communicating. But I want all of you guys to be the first ones to kick a ball on my football field. It will be an honor. And I'm doing this, as I mentioned earlier, you guys, the league is about networking. Tokuza giga hara otine mtahiwa wa Ntare. We are doing this as Kajogo. My partner is a Kajogorian. He's called Alvin. He's a very good entrepreneur, very smart guy, very rich guy. And but we'll be there.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we thank you for being here with us, taking your time to listen in. We always urge you to subscribe to our channel, NLL Echoes on YouTube. And we can't thank our sponsors enough. Online Chupa for always coming through at all times. Whenever we call upon him, delivers. He can also deliver to you pictures, photography. The guys behind the camera giving us all the best views that you have right here. And of course, we've been hosted by Bohemian Residences in Chanja.
Mombasa.
You can,
Mombasa,
you look
yeah,
like
very
you're in
well.
Chanja.
This set cannot be in Chanja.
It's the Mombasa. It's the Mombasa in Kampala.
Vasco da Gama stayed here. Vasco da Gama.
Bohemian Residences. Please make sure you check them out. They're on Instagram and YouTube and everywhere. So please,
Very beautiful.
Very beautiful home.
homes. Very beautiful.
thank you very much. See you next time.
But I love it.